And it's an interesting parallel, the way both of these guys, their careers started, and they have the Minnesota Twins in common. Let's take a look at that as we look at our Lexus starting pitching matchup tonight. Yu Darvish against Felix Hernandez.
Well, you look at Darvish's record 6-1. Obviously, a lot of run support for him. But then you check out the ERA at a 2.60, outstanding. Let's get to Felix, though. Felix is somebody that's really dominant, had the same type of numbers until his last outing where he struggled. And what is he going to need to do? Here's what he did against the Twins. Command his fastball, had the good two-seamer going when he wanted it, and then the changeup on top of everything else. One of the best changeups in the business. Against this line, it's the Texas Rangers. I think they're going to come out aggressive against Felix, like the Indians did in his last outing. And his changeup, good slider right there. His off-speed pitches are going to be critical for him. The Rangers hunt the fastball, and they swing aggressively. So I think if Felix can get back to where the good command and work ahead and counts with his off-speed pitches, he should have a fine evening.
We're talking about the Minnesota Twins Major League debuts for both of these guys, and here's what Darvish did back in April last month against the Twins. 5 2/3 of 8 hit, 5-run ball. And how about Felix back in 05?
You take a look at Felix's outing. Same thing. And look, anytime you make your first outing, you're going to be a little bit nervous. I think that was the case for both of them. Darvish certainly in his last outing against the Mariners, his first outing of the year, he certainly has put things back on track.
Mariners are the first team to see Yu Darvish for the second time. Take a look at Darvish at his best against the Yankees recently.
Well, Darvish, he has all the pitches. His fastball will be between 94 and 95. He will also throw a cutter. Great changeup. Two different curveballs for him. He'll throw a hard 12-6er and then a little bit softer one that he'll try to throw into the strike zone. But the main thing is he can mix it up and make the ball move all over the place. His command has been excellent. As you can see, these pitches to the Yankees, so the Mariners will have their work cut out for him tonight.
Ron Washington told me earlier before the game, Darvish is the only guy in his staff that has yet to have a stinker of an outing.
The closest thing he had was the first one against the Mariners.
Exactly right. Hey, you know, the Mariners' offense has been really good coming off that series in Colorado. Let's take a look at what they did as we approach first pitch action here at Safeco Field. craft brewing in Portland, Oregon since 1984. And by Pizza Hut. It's back. Pizza Hut's famous Cheesy Bites Pizza, only $11.99 and only at your Pizza Hut. Welcome back, everybody, to Safeco Field as we get ready for the Mariners and the Rangers. It's the first Texas visit this season. We'll see them again next week down in Texas. Let's talk about the Mariner offense. It's been outstanding in these last 3 games. Very important that they swing the bat, and it produced quite nicely.
Well, the thing that you hope, Dave, is you look at the last 3 games and the numbers they were able to put up after swinging poorly in the previous set is confidence. Hopefully it's something that they carry over here on this homestand after a long road trip to finish that way, and they need to bring it out starting tonight. But the main thing is you have a lot of young players in your lineup. You had some success. Hopefully it gets the confidence going, and the guys can continue here on the homestand.
Here's some good news. They're pulling the roof back, so we'll be under the stars and the clouds tonight as we send you off to Angie Mentek.
Oh, that is good news. All right, guys, yes. Sure, the pitching was pretty good in the 3-game sweep of the Rockies, but it's the offense that you can't help being impressed with. They outscore Colorado 20-7. The skipper loves what he's seeing, and he says you are going to see more of it.
It was more about Felix. He just had an off day, and you start 30 to 35 games. You're going to be human every now and again. And I think that most people don't allow Felix to be human, but he is. And it was just an off day. It's something that you throw in the trash. You don't worry about it. You know what? He knows what went on that day, and he's a great pitcher. And hey, we're excited to watch him pitch here tonight, and we're looking for him to give us every opportunity to win the ballgame.
Again, Felix Hernandez going up tonight against you, Darvish, the ace for the Texas Rangers. So both these pitchers really have their work cut out for them. Yu Darvish in his last road start struck out 11. What's the good news, Angie? He lost that game. First pitch is next year on Root Sports.
Kings Court is in session. Their guy, Felix Hernandez, is on the mound against the Texas Rangers. First pitch as we welcome you to Mariner Baseball, everybody. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, and the Root Sports crew. Ian Kinsler, the outstanding second baseman for the Rangers, to lead it off. Good look second day here developing the last few minutes as they are pulling the roof back here at Safeco Field. 60 degrees. We had a lot of rain about an hour and change ago. Felix a 1-1 count. Well stroked left field. Foul ball. Let's take a look at the Texas Rangers batting order for tonight.
Thank you, Dave. For Ron Washington and the Rangers. Following Kinsler will be Andrus. Josh Hamilton, want to keep him in the ballpark, off to a great start this year. Beltre, Young, Murphy, Cruz, Napoli. Mitch Moreland, the first baseman, will hit 9th. Numbers for Felix: ERA just over 3 after his last outing. Opponent's average 240. 3-3 record for Felix.
Slapped into center field. Saunders, great jump. He's there. 1 out.
Fine play by Saunders. Take a look at the rest of the defense playing by Felix tonight. In left field, it will be Mike Carp. Out in right field, Ichiro. And on the infield, Kyle Seager, the third baseman. Ryan and Ackley will be up the middle. Justin Smoke is the first baseman. John Jaso catching tonight. Montero will DH, but Jaso behind the plate.
So how about Felix Hernandez, his 33rd start against the Rangers, 10-16 with a 4.03 ERA. This is what he did against the Indians. That's one of those games. Pitching coach Carl Willis, manager Eric Wett said, it's one of those games.
They have to throw it out. You know, all the great ones, as they go through the year, 32 to 34 starts, however it ends up. There's a look at Carl Willis. You're going to get 3, maybe 4 starts where you're just going to throw them away. And I think that was one of the ones for Felix. I don't think anybody doubts that he will bounce back from that and be a great pitcher this year. Unfortunately, going into that start, a lot of amongst the league leaders type of numbers that he was throwing up there. And so his ERA now just over 3. But hey, shut these guys out for 9 tonight, Dave, and it'll be well under 3 again.
We'll both buy him dinner, too.
Yeah, you got that right.
These guys to shut them down. Elvis Andrus about 15 pounds heavier, all muscle. Ron Washington said he has been playing swinging the bat really well, hitting up the middle and to the right side, right center, and Saunders is playing him in that direction. 2-1. There he goes, right side, slicing drive right at Ichiro. 2 down. Good to see the Kings court. In action, their favorite player, Felix Hernandez, on the mound. Going to put the shift on for Hamilton.
Kyle Seager, the third baseman, actually is the one that moves over to the right side. Brendan Ryan will stay in the shortstop position, so Kyle going all the way from third over to the right side of the diamond as Ackley is out on the grass.
Hamilton leads the free world in almost everything. Hit one off the batter's eye, straightaway center field. I got here early and happened to see that presentation. Real quick, leads in batting average, home runs, RBI, slugging. Got the longest hitting streak. First against right-hand pitching. RBI ratio, home run ratio. The good news, he's a good dude.
He can play a little bit.
1-1. Right into the shift. Well done. Felix has a 1-2-3 inning. Kings Court, they exalt. The Mariners coming to bat. $100 million to get the services of Yu Darvish, and so far so good. Early going in this season, he's more than lived up to it. Let's take a look at the Mariner batting order that he'll face tonight.
Nice starting lineup brought to you by Chevron. Dustin Ackley getting his average back up to where it needs to be, hitting .256. He will lead off. Then it's Saunders, Ichiro, Kyle Seager. He's been clutch for the Mariners, moving all the way up to hitting cleanup now. Montero, after a couple of days off, has finished strong in Colorado, has his average back to .261. Then it's Smoke, Jaso, Carp, and Brendan Ryan will hit ninth. Numbers for Darvish, really good numbers. 6-1 record, 2.60 ERA, 52 innings pitched, 58 strikeouts. He has given up 4 home runs this year. Opponent's average .222. Again, his fastball, 94 to 95 miles an hour. Will throw a cutter, a couple of different curveballs, and a split.
Japanese media, I think they tripled their numbers here tonight. First pitch is in there for a strike to Ackley. Second time the Mariners are seeing Darvish. They are the first team to have a second go-round with Darvish thus far. There's another strike.
And already a little bit different story than what we saw in Arlington in his first outing when he wasn't able to find the strike zone, working down and on the corner for the first couple of pitches.
Young man has played in a lot of big international games, and here he is in the big leagues. Swing and a miss. Ackley done. 1 out.
Take a look at the defense for the Rangers. In the outfield, you have David Murphy in left, Josh Hamilton, the center fielder, Nelson Cruz, strong arm out in right, and on the infield, Beltre, we all know him, the former Mariner, he's at third, Anderson Kinsler up the middle, Mitch Moreland, the first baseman, and Mike Napoli will do the catching.
Ron Washington has led these Rangers to the World Series the last 2 years. They were twice last year, a pitch away from winning it all. Michael Saunders is the hitter.
I think, Dave, when you think about the Mariners and the success that they had off of Darvish in that first outing, it was the patience that they showed. I think you have to go just the opposite this time around. He has been in some kind of groove, and I think you have to be aggressive early. Yeah, that'll help him with his pitch count, but hopefully you can take his fastball away from him and make him pitch around the edges of the plate again.
2-0 to Saunders. 3-0. When we saw him the first time, he throws on deck. We saw him the first time. Clearly, great stuff. I mean, he's got a multitude of pitches. But he did not have good command that night.
A lot of people asked me what I thought after the game, even after he had struggled that way.
4-pitch walk to Saunders after a 3-pitch strikeout. Here's that debut back on the 9th of April.
And then you can see the first inning was what cost him. The 3 walks, of course, really hurt him. But after that, he settled down, and basically his ERA has been at that 1.93, 1.98 area ever since that first inning. He's been terrific. And if you look at the difference, too, when he was missing there, you knew he was excited because he was missing up out of the strike zone. Tonight, even with that walk to Saunders, was pitches down in the zone.
Ichiro 3 for 4 against Darvish. First time out. This one fouled away. Ichiro coming off a 10 for 44 road trip. 1 RBI, 5 runs scored, and 1 stolen base. A little, they got the animation going there, boy. Excited to have 2 of their favorite sons here at Safeco Field tonight. 0-1 Ichiro. Ichiro, the Mariners 3-hole hitter, taking on Yu Darvish.
Brian O'Nora is not giving him that strike at the bottom of the zone. That should help the Mariners.
Darvish throwing over. From our vantage point here in our TV booth, the Root Sports booth, which is the best locale in the country, it's unbelievable. Darvish looks considerably bigger than he did when we were down in Texas. He's 6'5". I mean, it's not like he looked, like he was out of the Wizard of Oz the first time, but I'm just saying, from here, he looks even bigger than.
We both thought so when he took the mound. Yeah.
Good sized guy. 2-1. heading to third. Ball sticks underneath. They're being waved around. Here comes Saunders. He's going to score. Ichiro in the third with an RBI triple. 1-0 Mariners. Ichiro hit it hard right down the line, and that's his third triple of the season. And for Ichiro, that's his 15th RBI. Good start for the Mariners.
Take a look at the swing from Ichiro. It looks like it's an off-speed pitch. It is. It's a changeup. 90 miles an hour, and he rips it inside the bag down at first. Mariners really catch a break. This ball's going to get stuck under the matting down the right field line. Saunders off to the races, but you'll see the ball just sit there, and now Cruz has to come all the way over and dig it out. And by then, Saunders, with his speed, is able to score. Mariners now have tripled in 4 straight games. Right?
That's impressive.
Yeah.
I told Lenny. I told him in the clubhouse today. I said, dude, when you're going around second, I said, here he comes. He's being greedy. He's going for third. he says, listen, we were up big. I was getting a triple.
He's great. You don't see too many guys with a big smile on their face as they're diving into a bag.
That was great.
Yeah.
Well, Seager was Mr. Dependable on that road trip. Man, he was good. He had some runs there. Finished 9 for 36, but at one point, what was it, 5 for 7?
I think the main thing is that the at-bats he was putting together for the Mariners with runners in scoring position. 2 out RBIs. He's first in the American League. He really has a good plan and was picking them up when they were struggling. Really got him going, I thought, in Colorado.
You bet. Foul ball down the line. Yeah, you make an excellent point about the quality of bats. And even when he's making outs, he's getting deep counts. He's making guys throw pitches.
Yeah, he generally will do that. Will work the counts for you. And because of, look, he's not a cleanup hitter in the American League, but Eric Wedge has put him there because he's the guy that's been driving in the runs for him. Comes into the game with 26 RBIs. Oh, by the way, he does have 5 home runs.
1-2 from Darvish. Little looper down the line. That is going to go foul.
Nobody's perfect, and you're not going to get the job done all the time. But again, make the pitcher work, make him grind out that at bat. He's the one that's in trouble. I think Kyle gets all of those things. He's certainly been the most consistent hitter of all the young hitters. He's been the most consistent.
1-2 is the count. Kyle Seager strikes out as Darvish throws a breaking ball. A doggone good one. I like what Seager said yesterday. He said, hey, man, this is the second time around for me. Oh, so that's what Verlander's like. That's what Darvish is like.
Right.
You've been through it.
Sure. But, that's why I think when you think of him and as the season moves on, you would expect him to even get a little bit better. I think the more a hitter sees a pitcher, including this pitch right here, as you see the spin coming off his fingers, he'll file that away and remember that pitch.
Here's Montero DHing tonight. 1-0 Mariners on an Ichiro RBI triple. Montero 7 for 30 on the road trip. 2 home runs, 4 runs knocked in. 5 walks, 10 Ks. Ryan O'Nora calling balls and strikes. Tom Hallion at first. Alfonso Marquez at second, and Corey Blazer at third. Nice to have the roof open. A little breezy here, but a good night. 1-1 pitch. Paints the outside corner. All in 2 strikes. Good to be back home. It's a great sight being back here at Safeco Field. Mariners will be home for a week. And guess what, Mike? We go out for another 10-day trip, baby.
Eventually that schedule's going to turn in our favor, Dave.
You know it. Did he go? No, he didn't. We'll have 3 10-game trips under our belt before Flag Day.
Montero able to hold off. See him going all the way out there. That was close. He ends up getting the call, though, in his favor. Well, you're right. You take a look at the schedule, and the Mariners almost twice as many road games as they've had home games.
Unreal.
More road games than anybody else in baseball.
2-2 to Montero. Got a piece of it, held on by Napoli. That'll do it. Mariners do pick up a run. Ichiro an RBI triple. They leave one. And the Mariners have a 1-0 lead over Texas. Good night for the Kings Court. Time for the big ceremony as we get underway here. Go ahead. Take a hack. There you go. Big drumstick. Should play some Robin Hood music, right? Rhea Perlman's double out there. So you look at ex-Mariner Adrian Beltre leading off here in the second. Full foul. Good start for Beltre. And Felix, best of buds, and two of the best competitors you'll see. They will go hard at each other. Check swing. Boy, that took a real bite out of Jason. 1-2. Ryan O'Nora buying a few seconds.
Looked like Jaso was giving Beltre a tough time up there. Adrian was just laughing.
Beltre's been there. It's well documented here in Seattle. Maybe the only third baseman, catcher and a goalie in three critical positions, and he doesn't wear the full athletic armor. I don't get it.
Nor do I.
You played there. So. Man. 2-2. Beltre's one of the real tough guys. Good guy. Tough guy. One of the toughest you'll find in baseball. 2-2. He finds a hole there on a pitch down and in as he barks at Felix going down the first base line. That was a pitcher's pitch.
It really was. The pitch was almost, it looked like it might hit the ground. Take a look at how low this is. It is. It's right around his ankles. You can see at the fifth pitch there on your tracer as he finds a hole over on the left side of the infield.
Look at the spin on that thing.
Oh, he cued it right off the end of the bat.
He's chirping at Felix. And remember, was it 2 years ago? He's with Boston. And I think he got a base hit, was retired or something. And he's in the dugout barking at Felix. And whoever the home plate third base umpire threw him out of the game. He says, dude, I wasn't even talking to you. I was talking to Felix. Remember that? 2 years ago, he was with Boston. Strike one to Mike Michael Young. Seen plenty of him over the years. Another fine players DHing. Again, this is the 33rd start for Felix against the Texas Rangers. 10-16 record. Fastball in the outside corner. Mariners lead 1-0. Ichiro, the 1-out RBI triple. First inning. Still 0-2 to Michael Young.
Mariners outfield, as you would expect, with Young shading him over to the right side.
Look at the Texas Rangers profile. Number 1 in batting, runs, hits, second in home runs, third in doubles, and number 1 in ERA. 0-2 pitch. Try to work inside, missed off the plate. Here's how Texas has built their record this season. Falling off the pace a little bit the last 28 games.
They just ended up getting up to a great start.
Swing and a miss. Michael Young is gone. Felix's first strikeout. 1 out here in the second.
Look at the last pitch from Felix. Again, one of the best changeups you're going to see. Look at the movement on that pitch. 89 miles an hour as you take a look at the McDonald's Supermo. And this pitch coming out of Felix's hand. The bottom falls out of it. Runs in to Michael Young. Great pitch.
First pitch to David Murphy fouled off third base side, out of play. Nice to see the sun breaking through again. Michael Young is a tough hombre against the Mariners during the course of his career. Murphy won the job in left field. He had been platooning previous years. Felix has him 0-1. Flips it. That's fair ball. Base hit. Beltre will ease into second. He'll hold that. 2 on, 1 out here in the second.
Yeah, it looked like a good pitch. I think this is his changeup again, and it is. You can see that running off the outside corner. Murphy hits it off the end of the bat. Gets a single into left field.
That brings up Nelson Cruz, one of the real dominant 7-hole hitters in baseball. We saw, was it Raul Ibanez when we were in New York? He was batting 7th, and he was swinging the bat real well. And Cruz has been a force that low in the order for a long time. Ryan, there's one. He'll step, throw, get the second out. Nicely done. Brendan Ryan is having a spectacular year with the glove. Mariners lead it 1-0. moving out of the way, bringing some blue and some sun for the first time today. 1-0 Mariners, first of 3. And there's a new bobblehead in town, and you don't want to miss it. Friday marks the first ever Dustin Ackley bobblehead night. First 20,000 fans take home the Mariners second baseman's debut bobble. It's courtesy of Root Sports, so get your tickets to Dustin Ackley bobblehead night at Mariners.com. Smoke, Jaso, and Carp here in the second. Ball one for Smoke.
Justin Smoke had a great road trip. Really swung the bat well. He's 2 for 4 yesterday. Had a home run and a couple of RBIs. You can see what he did on the road trip. Hit a 351 clip.
Day by day, getting shorter to the ball, more compact. Said he's feeling great. It's a process. He's getting there, but he's pleased with it. He took a lot off of that pitch. 72 miles an hour.
I think Justin thought that pitch was down, but I think because of the speed, only 72. And you can see the tracer when it crossed the front edge of the plate. It was in the strike zone.
1-2. Darvish and his catcher Mike Napoli. It's what Smoke produced the last 3 days in Colorado. Good stuff. Nice to see the confidence back. Giving them the business. I said you get a couple of those 86 hoppers and you start backing up some line drives and some long flies and you get something working.
That's right. That's what it takes. And for him, he was off to such a miserable start. It's going to take some time before he sees an average up on the board that he's happy with.
On top of that one, Kinsler's there. Flips to Mitch Moreland. 1 out. We have John Jaso. Jaso in his 8th game catching. 8 times he's been the DH. He's done a good job pinch hitting as well. Nice movement on that fastball. Strike 1. Like Napoli said that Darvish has been getting ahead much more frequent basis since the last time the Mariners saw him.
That curveball, 71 miles an hour. Again, he'll throw a couple of different curveballs. He has a hard 12-6 curveball that he'll try to strike hitters out with.
Ball 2 strikes. Napoli said his secondary pitches are all plus. 1-2. Ranging to his right as Moreland throws to Darvish. 2 down. Going to bring up Mike Carp. Everybody, right now is your chance to ask the booth anything you want. Tweet your questions to at Root Sports _NW. Try to answer your questions later on in the game. 2 outs in the Mariners second. 1-0 on an Ichiro first inning RBI triple.
And Mike Carp finished the road trip in fine fashion. Homered on Friday to dead center field and then hit one up in the second deck in yesterday's game.
Strike 1 to Mike. Carp with a solo home run in Friday's game, 4-0. Mariners win at Colorado behind Kevin Millwood. He's won his last 2 games. He'll pitch the Wednesday getaway day matinee against his former team, the Rangers. Couple of home runs for Carp in Colorado. And a 1-1 count. I think he's boring in on his hands. 1-2.
Well, Mike's hit some home runs on the breaking ball, and so far Darvish trying to use the good fastball against him, not giving him anything slow to hit.
2 outs, nobody on. The 1-2 to Carp. 2-2.
That's fastball at 96 miles an hour, misses off the plate away.
Makes that changeup almost look like an Ephus pitch, you know?
It really does at 80 miles an
right?
hour. Yeah, then he has that curveball in there at 71.
Two.
Well, good news for the Mariners. He's at 35 pitches. He's throwing 21 of them for strikes.
2-2 count here to Mike Carp. Breaking ball, chop foul. Find it unusual that he works better. He's obviously more comfortable that he works out of the stretch all the time.
Yeah, some pitchers have done that. Starters have done that before, where they just work out of the stretch, and it's for what you're talking about mechanically. There's less for him to worry about. You know, you're basically just a leg kick and go to the plate. Unusual though, because typically the Japanese style pitchers, they have the over the head big wind up, old style wind up, and he certainly doesn't do that, pitching out of the stretch. Aren't making him work here. It's a good thing.
2-2. Felix Hernandez threw his first 2 innings, no runs on 2 hits. Double play helped him get out of the second. Felix trying to end a 2-game losing streak. 2-2 to Carp. Way outside. Full count. A little bit of sunshine on Carp's face down there as he faces Darvish. So when he steps right into the box, and there's your ray of sunshine. Payoff to Carp. The sun is coming off the Hit It Here Cafe, and then right down to my car, right in the old grill while he's trying to deal with anywhere from, what, 71 to 96.
Well, he's battled. This will be the 10th pitch of this at bat for Mike.
3-2. Struck him out. 4th strikeout for Darvish. We're in the 2nd inning, complete now, 1-0 Mariners. A double look, a double Super Mo look at the last pitch that struck out Mike Carp.
Great look at a four-seam fastball. It was a battle for Mike and the Bluesing at that time, but double-digit pitches on Darvish, that'll work. Get him out of the game as soon as you can with the way he's been going.
Mike Napoli leads it off for Texas. Napoli, Mitch Moreland, and Ian Kinsler, 8-9-1. Take one more look. 6'5" Yu Darvish, father out of Iran, his mom Japanese. (3-0) here to Napoli. Felix with one strikeout. Double play got him out of the second inning. There's strike. That's well out of play. Full count now to Napoli. Rangers had Felix's number last year. Felix 0-4, 5.04 ERA, and 4 starts. Here's a 3-2 off the end of the bat. Texas here, battling Texas here at home at Safeco Field. Felix 5-8 with a 3.74 ERA and 16 starts. Trying to break a 4-game losing streak to the Rangers that dates back to April of last year.
Thought one of the big keys coming into this game is Felix trying to work his way through the best lineup in the American League, Texas Rangers. Is the Mariners doing all the little things, Dave, all the little things and taking advantage of them. You don't want to have to look back in the game and ask yourself a lot of what ifs, but already in the first inning with Ichiro at third after his triple, not picking that runner up may end up costing him. And if they have those opportunities again in this game, they better cash them in.
He was at third with 1 out.
Right.
Payoff pitch. And hard down to Ryan. Steps into the throw. Napoli's retired. 1 out. Let's check in with Angie Mente.
Guys, since the Mariners left New York, the Yankees have been scuffling. Tonight, they were hosting the Royals. They played that game in the Big Apple, and we look in on that. Top of the first, Mike Moustakas puts the Royals on the board early with a high bomb into the second-tier seats. His 7th of the season. This one puts KC up 2-0 early. Really all they needed. Royals blank the Yankees 6-0 for our Sterling Bank score. Guys?
All right, Angie, thank you very much. 1 out here in the top of the third. Mitch Moreland, a first baseman. Stand in against Felix Hernandez. Mariners would love to get a win here tonight, Mike. They were 1-3 at Texas in the early going. They won one game 4-3. That was a come from behind victory, 3 runs in the 9th.
Well, when you're playing a club that has played the way the Rangers have this year and you have your best on the mound, you want to take advantage of that.
Solidly struck down into the corner by Moreland. Ichiro will dig it out. Moreland lumbers into second with a double. Fifth double for Mitch Moreland. 1 out base runner for Texas.
Moreland off to a slow start this year, but over his last 20 games hitting at a 362 clip. So this double will add to that. It looked like Felix was able to jam him. He just fought it off into the corner.
Top of the order now. Here's Ian Kinsler. Lined out to center field. Lead off the ball game. Bouncing ball down to Seager. He'll hold Moreland. Throw over to retired Kinsler for the second out. I'll bring up Elvis Andrus. Kind of years the shortstop having for the Texas Rangers. 6th in batting, 7th in on base, #1 in batting average at night. Second in multi-hit games and second runners in scoring position. A fabulous start here for Elvis Andrus. Ron Washington down 17 pounds since we saw him during the wintertime. Doing his power walk before the game today. Strike one to Andrus. Flied out to right. Kings Court in session. You can hear him down near the foul pole. Left field. Breaking ball, no. 1-1.
Felix has been aggressive in the strike zone. 37 pitches, 25 strikes.
Two outs with Moreland, not a fast runner. He's at second base. Off the fist. Ryan will charge. Throw out the Rangers second baseman. That'll do it for Texas here in the top of the third. No runs, one hit, no errors, a man left. It's Felix and the Mariners leading 1-0. Good looking night here in Safeco Field here in Seattle as Brendan Ryan leads off. Ryan, Ackley, and Saunders here in the third. Mariners lead 1-0 on an Ichiro one-out RBI triple in the first inning. Darvish tonight has struck out 4, walked 1 through the first 2 innings.
Through the first time through the lineup, he wants to use his fastball early and then go to his split and his curveball.
On the button, Brendan Ryan with a base hit.
That's good hitting. Brendan's starting to get things turned around, but he jumps on a fastball. Gets a fastball up and in the middle of the plate, hits it hard into left field. You look at the swing from Brendan. Really struggled here for the first quarter of the season at the plate. He's been fabulous at shortstop, but hitting he's really struggled and starting to come out of it.
A modest now 3-game hitting streak, 4 for his last 10. Check swing. They appeal. He did go, says Corey Blazer. So strike one to Ackley. Struck out on 3 pitches. First time up.
It looked like Dustin was ready to hit the fastball on the first pitch, which is what he was able to get. Unfortunately, that fastball was out of the strike zone.
1-1. Here's your CenturyLink high-speed pitch. Darvish at 96, Felix at 93. One count to Ackley. Just away. Texas Rangers #1 in hitting and in ERA in the American League. 2-1. Ackley coming off a 13-for-42 performance during the road trip in which he hit 2 home runs, drove in 5, had a stolen base as well. Two-two is the count. Front full. Michael Saunders on deck. Scored the only Mariner run. He walked on 4 pitches. Ichiro tripled them home.
So far, I like Saunders hitting second in the lineup.
I like it a lot.
Yeah. He has the speed. He's been swinging the bat better lately.
Line takes off. And it's ball 4. First 2 men are aboard here for the Mariners in the bottom of the 3rd inning. They lead it 1-0. Safeco Field's Royal Fort goes red Saturday. Turn back the clock day when the Mariners put on their 1955 retro Rainiers jerseys, and the King's Court's getting in the spirit. For $30 you'll pick up a special edition red King's Court shirt, a K card, and a ticket to see Felix take the mound. Get your tickets for this Saturday, Red King's Court, at mariners.com/Felix. It's very plain and simple, 1950 look. Super duper basic here, going with the old style.
I like the red.
Yeah. There you go. King's Court, very basic, good stuff. Echoing the 1950s. A good decade, by the way.
Adrian Beltre, one of the best at third base. This is a bunting situation with these 2 pitchers going at it. Saunders, an excellent bunter, but you have to be careful. There is good speed, fortunately, for Michael. You have Ryan and Ackley on the bases, so it doesn't have to be a perfect bunt. But right now, he wants to bunt it firmly at Beltre, make him come and get it. And this goes back to what we were talking about, Dave, these fundamental situations you get with these type of pitchers. You have your best on the mound. You need to take care of them. You have a great opportunity here.
One-0 to Saunders. Bunted it too hard and foul.
Again, trying to get it down the line isn't the most important thing. It's getting it past the pitcher. Make the third baseman come and get it. With Brendan Ryan running, you should be fine. But the one you have to be heads up on is Ackley, because sometimes Beltre will come in and fire it to second to try to keep the double play in order.
1-1 count. Gets the bunt down to Moreland, throws to third. Oh, they got him, and Ryan looks like he's hurt. Boy, that's double jeopardy right there.
Hopefully not. He was running hard. Sometimes you hit the bag awkwardly. This is exactly why you want to bunt the ball to third. You can't bunt it to first. You can't bunt it to first because Moreland is going to be right on top of him. He knows he's going to bunt, so he's cheating up, and he comes in and is aggressive with it. A good fielding first baseman will make this play all the time.
We're getting down to second is Ackley. Oh, it looks like that right ankle hit it hard.
Yeah,
recoiled. Yep. Hope he's okay. It's on the rail down in the dugout. Seems to be. Ichiro needs to come through again here for the Mariners. 2 on, 1 out. Ball 1 to Ichiro. Ryan getting the. What happened?
No, he was wondering the same thing. Wondering why he was bunting it to first in that situation.
1-0 to Ichiro. Last ball, first strike, 1-1. Opportunity knocking here for the Mariners. They would like to get that butt down the right way. Ichiro, base hit. Yes, sir. Base hit up the middle. Coming around Ackley. He's going to score. Throw to third is high. Into the dugout. And Saunders will score. 2 more runs for the Mariners. It's 3-0 Seattle. Ichiro comes through twice early in this ball game. Boy, that takes Saunders off the hook, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. And this is what you want to see. Ichiro had 3 hits off of Darvish in Arlington earlier. Here's his second hit of the game. It jams him, and he flips it over the shortstop. It's not hit hard, but then Hamilton comes in. He really has a good shot at Saunders going into third and just airmails it into the dugout. And because of that, Saunders has scored. Now Ichiro all the way around the third, still just 1 out.
Opportunity here with the infield drawn in close for Kyle Seager, who struck out on a 1-2 pitch his first time up. So Ichiro with a single gets all the way to third. Throwing error. 1-0. Get 2-0. Couple of runs in here for the Mariners. 3-0 against the 2-time defending American League champions. 2-0 to Seager. 3-0.
I would turn him loose. Let him hit. Yeah, the infield and Montero on deck, right-handed hitter. You have a double play in order if you just walk Seager. So if Kyle gets a pitch to hit, I'd let him swing.
Oh, he did look out for
Heads
that.
up.
Holy mackerel. Guy's on the phone when it happened, and he comes up at the bat. He believed this.
It looked like it initially hit a row of seats.
Thank goodness it was just a row of seats.
And then ricocheted over to the fans, and they were able to come up with it without anybody getting hurt. Kyle putting some more stickum on the bat, but he makes an aggressive swing at a fastball. Unfortunately, he can't hang on to the bat. Probably the reason why he didn't cover that pitch. He lost a little bit of popcorn on that one, but everybody's okay.
Boy, they're lucky. 3-1, good call. They did turn him loose. 2 RBI night for Ichiro. Mariners have 3 runs. We're as we play in the bottom of the third. 3-1 pitch to Seager. Drawn in infield. Off speed pitch, hammered foul.
Felt like that pitch was going to come after the 3-0 swing on the fastball. Darvish has a lot of confidence in his curveball, and he comes back with it in the 3-1 count. See all the pitches.
Do it again. 3-2 to Seager. Walked him. Darvish's third walk. Runners at the corners. And 1 out. Mike Maddox, pitching coach, going out to communicate with Darvish.
I think Darvish was fine with walking Seager in that situation. Again, just 1 out. Montero, who's been swinging the bat well, but he doesn't run well, so anything on the ground, he has a chance to get a double play and get out of this situation.
Runners on. Picks it up a little faster.
Yeah, he doesn't have quite as high a leg kick, even though he's pitching out of the stretch on both of them.
Here's your situation. Runners at the corners. 1 out. 2 runs in. And the Mariners home run leader. Jesus Montero at the plate. Struck out on a 2-2 pitch. Strike 1. Like the intentions.
It was a good fastball for him to hit. think Darvish will go to work on him with the breaking ball. That's something that we've seen with Montero, trying to expand the zone away from him with the breaking ball.
The 0-1. Fastball
on the outside corner.
Mike Maddox with some of his message. Get after a hitter here, Montero. 0-2 to Jesus.
Rangers doing their scouting. Mariners stealing a run in Colorado. On that play right there, runner takes off a delayed steal. I believe it was Kyle Seager that did it too, with Brendan Ryan at third, and Ryan ended up scoring a run.
Ackley.
Was Ackley?
Yeah.
Ackley. There's the slow breaking ball down and away from Montero.
I love the delayed steal. It was perfectly timed. It really was.
Yeah.
And was that the first one? I think it was.
I think it was, yeah. I think it was the first one. It was perfectly timed, and Ackley steals a run on it.
0-2 here to Montero.
I think they'll try it with just one out.
Ball and 2 strikes. You get opportunities against the Rangers, you better get them all.
That's what we were talking about. Runners on third, less than 2 outs. You have to cash them in. Mariners catch a break with Hamilton throwing a ball in the dugout and basically give him an extra run.
Ball and 2 strikes to Montero. One and 2. Montero, the 6th hitter to the plate here in the 3rd inning.
3 straight breaking balls. He made a mistake with the last one, leaving it inside to Montero.
Darvish set, checks the runner at first. Pitch. That'll pick up a run. That's hit a long ways as Hamilton will get under it just shy of the track. But Montero picks up the run with the sacrifice fly. The Mariners lead it 4-0. RBI for Montero, his 21st.
They'd like to get greedy and have more, but this gets the job done. A deep fly ball. Good fastball from Darvish up in the zone.
So Hamilton, no problem as Montero get it way out there in center field. Smoke tapped out to the second baseman. His first time up. The Rangers behind here as Smoke trying to add to it. 4 runs on 3 hits for the Mariners. No runs, 3 hits, an error for Texas. Up the middle, but Andrus is waiting for it. And he'll beat Seager to the bag. Productive inning nonetheless for the Mariners as they score 3 times each row with the second RBI of the night. 4-0 Mariners. American League champion, Texas Rangers. Time now for AT&T trivia question. Here you go. Ken Griffey Jr. holds the American League record with 24 home runs through May 31st. When did Jr. set that record? 94, 96, 97, or 98? What do you got, Coach? Because I got no idea. I would guess, I'm going to guess 90. I'm going to guess 94. How's that right? But you can lobby. I can be swayed.
I'm trying to remember.
Here's Josh Hamilton to lead it off. Junior, 2 of those years that we show you, 56 home runs.
I think 97 was one of those years, so I'm going to go with 97.
All right, I'll ride with you. 97. There you go. All right, I'll go 94. All right, Curtis is playing. They said, listen to this. I said I wanted to ride with him. Come on. As Hamilton bounces on this smoke. Boy, he called out the Russian and the Ukraine judge, didn't he?
He doesn't like the way that we've been getting him lately.
Come on, wait a minute. There's a big 94. That's an important out for Felix Hernandez again. Hamilton 0 for 2 tonight. Hamilton, Beltre, and Young here in the 4th. Felix with a cushion.
Well, I think it's important on a lot of levels, but if Felix can get the guys back in the dugout right away, run Darvish back out there, his pitch count is up. He's given up 4 runs so far in the game. Make him get out there. Maybe he's getting a little tired. Run him out there again.
Beltre hit a pitch down and in near his ankles and hit it into left field for base hit, leading off the 2nd. Rangers got 2 hits in the 2nd, but the inning ended on a double play. Fly ball right field for Ichiro. 2 quick outs. If you can throw a good pitch here, you might be able to get that quick inning.
Yeah. Again, get your guys back out swinging the bats. Darvish struggling right now.
Michael Young struck out on a 1-2 pitch. All right, Felix. Felix tonight with 1 strikeout, no walks. Strike 1. Just joining us, Ichiro's brought in 2 runs, a first inning 1-out triple. And in the 2nd, a base hit produced a run, and a throwing error by Hamilton produced another 3-run inning on 2 hits and an error. 4-0 Mariners.
Yeah, strange looking scoreboard for the Mariners. It's rare that we see them with 4 runs on 3 hits.
1-1.
Felix is right where you want to be. 45 pitches, 30 of them for strikes.
A lot different from his last 2 outings in Cleveland and in New York. Although in New York he pitched well late into the game, just didn't get enough run support. Cleveland was a different story. 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Here's a short inning. 1-2-3 go the Rangers in the 4th. In the home 4th, it'll be Jason Clark and Ryan. Mariners in the King's Court. They're digging it. 4-0 Mariners. For Felix Hernandez, Mike, a big one against a tough hitter.
I don't think there's much surprise that Felix has bounced back and is pitching extremely well against a great offensive club. A lot of hype into this game because of Darvish and his numbers coming into it. Go back a few years ago when Felix walked into Boston and everybody was talking about Daisuke and the outing that he threw on him. So you had a feeling that Felix would step up to the challenge, and so far he's out in front of it.
You know, it's amazing me, though. And I was on a bus with him yesterday in Colorado. We're walking down the hallway. So that actually was 2 days ago. I said, dude, you got Darvish on Monday. I said, yeah.
that is him.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's justified for him. He's the one that already has a Cy Young award. Darvish doesn't, so he's probably thinking, no, Darvish has got me.
I loved it, man. That was great.
He's something. In the meantime, Darvish now pitching here in the 4th inning. 71 pitches for him.
3-1 to Jaso. Jaso, Carp, and Ryan bottom 3rd of the order. Mariners with a run in the first, 3 in the 3rd to help Felix's cause. Ichiro's driven in 2. And aboard is Jaso. Napoli can't find it. Now he does. That's the 4th walk by Darvish. Better first ask Mike a question for this evening. And it comes from Luke and Tony. Why does Darvish only pitch from the stretch?
Well, he actually started doing that in his 3rd start of the year against the Tigers. About midway, he changed and just went to the stretch. And apparently, he just feels more comfortable with that at times. And he would do it from time to time in Japan also. So it just mechanically, it feels better to him. And since then, he's obviously pitched well, and he stayed with it.
Fastball to Carp up high.
And I've seen starters do that from time to time, just to try to make things as simple as possible without the big windup and all the other stuff that goes along with that.
And what do we always talk about tall guys? He's 6'5". We always talk about how difficult it is to repeat the delivery.
Right. So it's something that he's been comfortable with in the past, and he started in his 3rd start of the year against the Tigers. I guess it was about midway through from what I heard from the Rangers people, and he's just stayed with it. And up until today, there's been no reason to change it. 75 pitches for him now, 42 of them for strikes.
Carp's got a 2-0 count. Hamilton in center field, shading a couple of about 4 or 5 steps towards left. 2-0. 3-0. On deck, Brendan Ryan got a base hit to lead off the 3rd inning. There was 3 runs on 2 hits, helped by a Hamilton error. 3-0 count. There's a strike. Big pitch here, 3-1. And he takes it for ball 4. First 2 men have reached here in the 4th. That's the 5th walk by Darvish.
Bring out Mike Maddox again. Darvish not happy with the last call. Pitch looked like it was up and off the plate. So he's, yeah, you can take a look at the tracer. It was off the plate. So he's a little bit frustrated right now.
He's walked 3 of the last 5 hitters.
And now we're going to have a conversation between Brendan Ryan and Jeff Datz, the 3rd base coach. I would assume he's going to bunt here. Try to move the runners up. And my guess, sometimes Brendan's been around. He thinks a lot. And then coming over from the National League, I think he knows with Beltre, if he decides to get in there a little bit too close, if he can pull the bat back and hack away. Probably talking to Datz about that to see if he can get the green light to do that.
Darvish with walk number 5 here in the 4th inning. That ties his season high. Beltre in on the grass at 3rd for Ryan. Solid base hit to left his first time up. Here's that opportunity again, Mike. Got to get these runs. Shows bunt, swings away.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, love it.
Yeah, I thought maybe that's what Brendan Ryan was thinking. It was a good thing too because they put the wheel play on. Beltre was charging hard, and Andrews, the shortstop, was going to cover. And you can take a look at it. Gets him to come in hard, and then a little butcher boy action. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to put it in play, but if he gets it on the ground, you had infielders all over the place. Smart play from Brendan Ryan. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get it out there on the ground somewhere.
Here's the 0-1. Gets past Napoli. Runners move up. Right off his glove.
I would guess that'll be a pass ball. Take a look when Brendan Ryan squares around. See if we can see if the barrel of the bat is in the eyes of Napoli. Take a look at it. This pitch is up in the zone. See if he gets the bat in there. No, he just misses it, whiffs it. So that'll be a pass ball. McDonald Supermo showing you the spin of the breaking ball, and he just missed it.
Changes the situation here. Boy, right off the top of the glove. 1-1 to Ryan. Infield drawn in. Pitch. Ball outside. 2-1. Boy, you want to talk about two ducks on the pond right here with nobody out. Mariners up 4-0. Ryan, the 2-1 pitch. 3-1. On deck, Dustin Ackley, ready to turn the order over for the third time. Darvish ready, 3-1 pitch to Ryan. Ball 4, they're loaded up with nobody out. He's walked the first 3 men here in the 4th inning. 6 walks on the evening.
This is similar to what we saw from him in the first outing, in the first inning when he really struggled, and the Mariners were able to take advantage of it. Since then, he's been great. We haven't seen the great Darvish yet because he's clearly struggling here in the 4th inning. 83 pitches.
Woo. They're scrambling. And the bullpen, former Mariner Mark Lowe warming up. Pitch to Ackley in there for strike 1 with the bases loaded. Andy Hawkins, bullpen coach, former teammate of Mike Flowers. 0-1. There's a strike. 0-2.
Dustin, I think, kicking himself a little bit, not being ready for that fastball. 6 for 8 with the bases loaded in his career. He's had a lot of success here early in his career for Dustin.
Runners take their lead. The 0-2. Solid base hit. That'll get Jaso as they go station to station. 5-0 Mariners. RBI Ackley, his 15th. And still, bases loaded, nobody out.
Another breaking ball that he throws for a strike. Ackley staying with it and lines it over the second baseman's head. Gets in on him a little bit, but able to fight it off. With the infield drawn in, gets it over Kinsler's head.
Wow. Saunders with a walk, run scored, reached on a fielder's choice and scored again. Nobody out, bases loaded. 5-0 Mariners. Strike 1. Mariner RBI parade tonight. Ackley, 2 for each run. And 1 for Montero. Felix Hernandez. Michael in an 0-2 hole. Mariners in the 3rd, 3 runs on 2 hits. They sent 7 men to the plate. The 0-2 up high. Opportunity knocking on the door here. One in, looking for more. 1-2 to Saunders. Puts it in play, slow roller. Andrews coming home, force. Did they get it? Yeah. Heck of a scoop by Napoli.
Great play. With Andrews having to go to his right, the backhanded play gets rid of it quickly, and then Napoli, anytime you can pick it with a catcher's glove and keep your foot on the plate, excellent play. See Andrews getting rid of it as quickly as he can, and then Napoli stretching out on the pick as Carp slides in.
Napoli plays a lot of first base over the last couple of years. That certainly has helped him. So they get the force at the plate. Base is still loaded. Saunders reaching on a fielder's choice. One out. And Ichiro, a triple and a single. He's produced 2 runs. Strike one. Japanese media probably tripled tonight with Darvish in town to face Ichiro. Ichiro trying to impact. Here's a 3-hole hitter with the bases loaded. 0-2. Darvish set. 0-2 to Ichiro. Off the fist. Beltre will come home and get the force there. Boy, 2 runners cut down at the plate.
Yeah, we were talking about it, opportunities, taking advantage of them. The Mariners not doing that on the last couple of at-bats. This right here, as Dave mentioned, jam shot off of the handle. Beltre comes in. It's an easy play for him. Now they're going to look for Kyle Seager to come up with a big 2-out RBI again.
Look at my scorecard. I liked how it started out. 3 aboard, nobody out.
Definitely would like to get more than 1 run out of it.
They've got 2 guys forced at the plate. Good pitch. Strike 1. Ron Washington will be thrilled giving up just 1 run in this inning. Mark Loda, former Mariner. Look, he's ready to go if necessary. The 0-1 to Seager. Comes back with a fastball at 94. Bases loaded, 2 outs. The 0-2. Well, that's a pitch. That is some big boy pitch. Damage controlled by Darvish. Gives up 1 run and leaves the bases loaded. 5-0 Mariners. were in that last half inning. Leaving the bases loaded, getting one run. And against this team, with Felix Hernandez, as you saw that pitching comparison, he's in good shape right now. He's got Murphy, Cruz, and Napoli. Fifth inning. Felix threw a very efficient fourth inning. He's off to a good start here.
Well, 5 runs, you have to feel good about that anytime you have Felix on the mound. But you're right, Dave. Against this lineup, you'd certainly like to cash those other runs and at least pick up a couple more.
Swing and a miss, and Murphy's gone. That's strikeout number 3, 2 in a row. Yeah, you feel. You look at it, it's right there in front of you, and you want to grab this one, this one, this one.
Oh, there's just some great pitching. 3 pitches, puts him away with the strikeout. The hard overhand curveball. Great shot from our Mark McDonald Supermo on that curveball.
Outside to Cruz. Bounced into a double play his first time. Foul off. I always get nervous when Cruz comes up because he says this is his favorite ballpark to hit it. 1-1. Felix is retired 6 in a row. Ground ball gobbled up by Seager. 2 down. Check in with Angie Mintic.
Guys, another AL West matchup going on just down the road. The struggling Angels versus the A's, and A's leading this one 1-0 in the third when Kila Kauue hits a single into left field. That sends Coco Chris home, who beats the throw to the plate with the slide. Scores 2-0 in the fourth. More bad news for the Angels, guys. Vernon Wells is going to miss 8 to 10 weeks with surgery, a torn ligament in his thumb.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, that's bad news.
Angels will follow these Rangers into Safeco Field. Be here Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And the Mariners will see the Rangers again next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in Texas. They strike to Napoli. Some pitch, huh? 1-1. Napoli grounded out to shortstop first time up. Quick 2 outs here. Top of the 5th. Felix is retired 7 in a row. He struck out 3, hasn't walked anybody, no runs on 3 hits. Wow, look at the movement on that one.
Well, I think right now he has a 5-0 lead, and the foot is on the accelerator. You see, just perfect pitch on the outside corner.
2-2, 2 outs, nobody on. 5-0 Mariners. Full count. On deck hill, Mitch Moreland. Kings Court in full voice tonight. The 3-2 up high, first walk. Ends a run of 7 consecutive hitters retired.
Fix the glove. All the leather strings came untied.
Mitch Moreland double down the right field line. First time up. Up high to Moreland. No bad guy to have in a 9-hole. 16 homers, 51 RBIs last year. Felix trying to put him away in the top of the 5th here.
Come on, Felix!
Bender for a strike, 1-1.
Come on, Felix!
Mark Lowe still throwing in the Rangers bullpen, and so I guess we can assume Darvish's night is finished.
Threw a lot of pitches. 1-1. He overthrew that one, 2-1.
He's done that with the last 3 fastballs that he's thrown. They've missed high, which is unusual for Felix, up out of the zone.
Long look by Felix. He's got Moreland 2-1 with Napoli at first. Strike will take a look. Foul play. balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Mariners up 5-0. Napoli short lead at first. Pitch to Moreland. Fly ball, short center field. Saunders puts it away. That'll do it. So no harm done in the 5th. Mariners 5-0, looking to add more. And Mark Lowe looks like he'll be taking over for Texas. The Rangers first of 3, and make sure you get ready for the hottest June on record. 3 classic franchises come to town: the LA Dodgers, the San Francisco Giants, and the Boston Red Sox. Some of the best in baseball. They're going to be coming to Safeco Field. Don't miss it. For tickets, all those weekend showdowns, go to mariners.com. Montero's going to lead it off on this beautiful night here. Turned into a beautiful night against former Mariner Mark Lowe. How about the Mariners chasing you, Darvish? Foul ball by Montero.
I think it's amazing with the way that Darvish has pitched, that 2 outings where he's really struggled against the Mariners, and more with his command than anything. Take a look at it. 4 innings pitched. He only gave up 4 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them are earned, but 6 walks against the Mariners. 96 pitches, 56 of them for strikes.
0-2. Lowe's delivery looks a little bit different. Watch when he separates his hands. It's like his hand is above his head. I don't remember that from before when he was over here.
Well, it's working for him. 14 innings pitched, 17 strikeouts, only 4 walks. ERA at a 2.57.
He's definitely changed up. Yeah. That was a good fastball at 96. 1 out. You see what I'm saying, though, in terms of
a little bit
separation?
higher, yes,
yeah.
a little bit higher. He had been struggling last year, but you can see, he gets his hand at the top of his release point early. Good 4-seam fastball. Again, our McDonald's Supermo giving you that shot and just throws it at 96 miles an hour. Gets it by Montero.
That was impressive.
Yeah.
Gear up, boys. Here's smoke. Smoke 0 for 2. Ground out, reached on a fielder's choice. Down to Moreland. He'll take it himself. So 2 outs here in the 5th. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Glad you're with us. Says the Mariners back home, 3 with the Texas Rangers, 4 with the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Then back to the road at Texas, Chicago, and the Angels. Quick 2 down here in the home 5th. Brings up John Jaso. Ground out, a walk and a run scored. 4th inning looked like it was really going to be a jamboree for the Mariners. They got 1 run after loading them up. They had 2 runners forced out at the plate and left the bases loaded.
That's the inning. Darvish really gave him a gift, walking the first 3 batters.
One 1 to Jason. Play for Beltre. Ball and 2 strikes. David Murphy playing towards the line and left. Hamilton shading a couple steps towards left center against Jaso. 1-2. Slice foul.
Jaso putting up a battle again.
He's been pretty consistent with that.
He is, and I think it's one of the things that Eric Wedge really appreciates. It's one of the things that Eric has talked about, and that is not giving at bats away. And it doesn't mean you're going to go up there and get a hit, but just grind it out. Give yourself a chance to get a hit.
1-2 to Jaso.
Mark's throwing hard tonight. Last fastball at 96.
Mark back home with the University of Texas. Arlington. A lot of years here with the Mariners. 1-2 is the count to Jaso. That's scattered. Looked like Hector Noesi. Right along the rail. There was a cool scene in the clubhouse today. Iwakuma and Noesi, Japanese and Noesi knows Spanish, limited English. They were communicating using their laptops, and they were having a lot of laughs. It was a great scene. Google Translator translating Spanish to Japanese. Bouncer, foul. And I had heard that, you know, that they started taking a liking to each other in spring training. But when I was walking in, I thought they were playing a video game. And Noesi had his laptop, Google Translate, and he would type Spanish into it, and then he would turn it to Iwakuma. Iwakuma would read it, and they were dying. They were killing each other. It was funny as heck. It was great. Just a nice scene. I thought that was. I mean, you won't see that anywhere else. Not too many places. I mean.
No, it's great.
Right. I mean, you got a guy from Japan, you got a guy from the Dominican Republic, and they just hit it off. It was tremendous. And that's how they communicate. Iwakuma's turned in a couple of nice outings for the Mariners in long relief.
In the meantime, John Chaso's still up at home plate, grinding away. Ninth pitch of the at-bat coming up.
Good for him. 1-2. That's an AB, huh?
I'll say.
Two outs here in the home fifth. 2-2 with 2 outs, nobody on. It's to Jaso. Ball 3. This is something.
11th pitch coming up. Mike Carp waiting on deck.
See what gives here. Off the fist, but he made Mark Lowe work. Thrown out by Kinsler. That'll do it. To the 6th we go. Felix with a 3-hit shutout. To 3 against the 2-time defending American League champions. When did Junior set the American League record for most home runs through May 31st? I went with 94. Mike went with 97. Survey says 97. So what the official ruling is what? I said I was going to ride with Mr. Blowers, and now I'm going to get credit. Oh, boy, softened up. Who appealed to the Supreme Court?
It's good to be home.
Top of the order comes Ian Kinsler, Elvis Andrus, and Josh Hamilton. Strike one as Felix has struck out 3, walked 1 in this 3-hit shutout through 5. That'll be a base hit.
Felix in great shape with his pitch count. Just 65 pitches for Felix.
Andrus 0 for 2, a fly to right, ground out to short.
Brian Honora has something in his eye.
Yeah.
Look like home plate umpire.
All right, here we go. Kinsler aboard, brings up Andrus. Ichiro's driven in 2 runs. Montero an RBI, and Ackley with an RBI tonight. There's a strike to Andrus. The whole thing. No, I like it. A little extra theater here at the ballpark. 5 runs on 4 hits, no errors for the Mariners. No runs, 4 hits, and an error for the Rangers. Have turned 1 double play tonight. Andrus part of this potent offensive lineup, having a good year. 6th in the American League in hitting coming into tonight's game at .325. Strike 2-2.
They like the run support just as much as anything else tonight for Felix.
And early, too, right?
Yeah.
Felix doing a great job bouncing back, looking for his first win since the 5th of this month. Runner goes, throw that dropped by Jason. On the transfer, stolen base, Kinsler, his 6th.
And this is one of the things that we've learned from Ron Washington over the years now. It doesn't matter what the score is. He's going to continue to run, let his guys do their thing, try to crawl back into it as Kinsler slides into the base.
No stress on that ankle. Nice slide. 3-2. Pitch to Andrus. Get the runner over to third as Acker will throw him out. So 1 out. Runner at third for the Rangers. Brings up Josh Hamilton. Make sure you forget cubicles in conference rooms and make plans to spend the second half of your workday at Safeco Field this Wednesday. It's a U.S. Bank Mariners matinee with a special 12:40 start time. Make the appointment in your calendar. Do it right now to see the Mariners and the Rangers this Wednesday when you get your tickets at mariners.com. Hamilton looks at strike 1. A couple of ground outs tonight. 1 to Ackley and 1 to Smoke. Inside to Hamilton. Happy birthday, Josh. 31 years old today. Kings Court saying happy birthday to him earlier in the game. 1-1.
Has to change up. Looks like it hit the plate. 88 miles an hour, the bottom falling out of it. Hamilton waves at it.
To Hamilton. Way upstairs. Nice save by Jason. Leading hitter in baseball, Josh Hamilton. 2-2. Felix with the runner at third. Struck him out. That's a big one for Felix Hernandez. Number 4 on the evening. 2 outs here in the 6th.
Gets Hamilton to chase this last pitch. And it is. It's the changeup. It's up and away from Hamilton, but he chases it anyway. Big strikeout. Take a look at our second look at the McDonald's Supermo and the grip of Felix Hernandez and that changeup.
So after a leadoff single by Kinsler, ground out and a strikeout. Kinsler at third. Beltre looks at ball 1. Beltre, a base hit to left and a fly to right. 3 for 11 against Felix. Former teammates here in Seattle. One pitch. Hit the center field and deep. Going back is Saunders, tracking. He's there, makes the catch, and that'll do it for the Rangers. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, a man left. 5-0. Felix Hernandez and the Mariners over the Rangers.
Oftentimes we try to take you inside the game, but sometimes you, the fan, becomes actually part of the game. Just a little bit ago, a gentleman named Lewis came by the Ford Sports desk and introduced himself to me. And if you have been paying attention very carefully, you've actually seen Lewis already in this game. It happened in the first inning. The first time you saw Lewis, Ichiro's triple. And it was a triple because of Lewis, because he's the fan right there who stands up. He's got his glove on. He could reach over and grab that. Then it would be a ground rule double, and Michael Saunders would be on third base. But no, doesn't touch it. Very smart. And then in the third inning, Kyle Seager fouls off a ball. It ricochets off of the tarp. But watch this carefully, because that is our friend Lewis, who's going to take it right off of the forehead. And he stopped by the Ford Sports desk to show me his scar. He's got a little Band-Aid behind his glasses, but they patched him up in first aid, and he's fine. Taking one for the team, Dave and Mike. See, that is a true fan.
That is good stuff, Angie. Thank you very much. Way to go, Lewis. Way to let that triple live, baby.
I hope he at least got the ball.
You know what? We'll send him one. Glove is empty. Can we get a ball in the back of the booth here? We'll send him one. Here's Mike Carp. 5-0 Mariners. And a new pitcher for the Texas Rangers, Yoshinori Tateyama. Foul back. I think he was just called up today with Neftali Feliz put on the DL with an elbow injury. Feliz pitched Friday. And basically on Saturday said uncle. He'd been pitching with a lot of pain and got it checked out. And today put him on the DL for 15 days. Here's the 0-2 to Carp outside. Strike 3 called. Carp gone. Second time he's K'd tonight. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. One out here in the bottom of the 6th. Saturday. Turn back the clock day here at Safeco Field. Mariners and Angels going to be wearing their 50s retro unis. And you're going to want to be there. Join in on the fun with your ball cap and jersey and put on your poodle skirt and the leather jackets for the 50s Day Costume Contest presented by Alaska Airlines. Get your tickets at Turn Back the Clock Day at Mariners.com. Well struck center field. But Hamilton has it corralled. Off the batter, Brendan Ryan, 2 outs. So 2 outs. Top of the order. There's Tateyama. Recalled from Round Rock, Texas today.
Dustin Ackley 1 for 2. He's driven in a run and scored a run for the Mariners. Walk in the 3rd and scored and had a base hit in the 4th to drive in a run. Well, that's a big breaking ball.
Sure
73 miles an hour. Tried to catch the outside corner with it and missed. Tateyama's fastball will be 88, 89 miles an hour.
1-1 to Ackley. Really run that thing away from you, too.
That's how he was able to get the strikeout on Carp. Started in off the plate, tried to run it back on the inside corner.
High fly ball down the line into the corner and out of play. 5-0. Twilight time. Great looking sky here above Safeco Field. Mariners with a run in the first, 3 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th. Felix Hernandez has struck out 4 through 6 innings. Ackley keeps the at bat alive. Two and 2. Breaking ball popped out, playable. Beltre takes charge. Mariners gone quietly in the 6th. 7th inning coming up at a 5-0 lead for the Mariners.
Sports is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Right now at Jack in the Box, you can try the new Chipotle Chicken Club Combo for just $4.99 plus tax. By Northern Quest Casino, Spokane's newest destination resort. And by Ford, we are local. Guys, back upstairs to you.
Angie, thank you so much. Good to be back in Seattle after the long road trip, and good to see Felix in good form. See if he can finish it out. Casper Wells takes over in left field for Mike Carp. Coming up for the Rangers here in the top of the 7th, Young, Murphy, and Cruz, 5, 6, and 7 against Felix Hernandez.
Felix can have another quick inning. Has a real good shot at finishing this game. He's at 80 pitches now, pitching here in the 7th.
Michael Young tonight, a couple of strikeouts, 2 of the 4 strikeouts rung up by Felix Hernandez this evening against 1 walk. 0-2.
Still going strong. Look at that.
They're fortified. You got to like it. 18,672 on hand here. Kings Court. Got their section out near the pole, and that's outside for a ball.
Last pitch looked like a cutter trying to run it off the outside corner.
Two. Took something off. Felix will handle it. Throw to Smoke. 1 down. Couple of good buddies. Felix Hernandez, Adrian Beltre. They always like to needle each other. I got you 3 times. I love their dialogue, man. Fun guys, boy. They both play hard. Here's David Murphy. Base hit to left in the 2nd, erased in a double play. A strikeout in the 5th. Go half swing, folded.
There's any doubt about that one. 85 pitches for Felix, 55 of them for strikes.
Jason thought he had one. 2-1.
It's 1 walk for Felix. That's a good sign.
2-1 pitch. 3-1. Darvish still in the dugout. Let's see. Is that Holland, Derek Holland to the left? And he walks it. 2nd walk issued by Felix. Gonna bring up Nelson Cruz.
Felix was able to get Cruz to hit into a double play in the 2nd inning. Ground ball to Brendan Ryan. He was able to handle it. 271 average for Cruz. Only 4 home runs this year.
As they say in the vernacular, it's still kind of early.
Yeah, for him. That's for sure.
And 1. Oh, that sounded like an artillery round going off.
Cruz trying to scatter the King's Court. Not going to work.
Man. 0-2. 1 out. Runner at first. Mariners up 5-0 on the Rangers. Got him. Struck him out. Cruz is gone. Strikeout number 5 for Felix Hernandez. 2 down here in the 7th.
You look at the last pitch again from Felix. That looks like the changeup again. Skips it off the plate. There you can see the great grip from Felix Hernandez on his changeup. Another good look from our McDonald Supermo. The ball skips off the plate. Jaso able to keep it in front of him.
Back to live action at Napoli, flinching on that breaking ball. Strike 1.
Probably see more major league hitters step out of the box with a little wry smile on their face when Felix is pitching than anybody else. It's almost like, that's so nasty. I have no chance.
Yeah, it's a long roster, man.
Yeah.
Torrey Hunter, Nick Swisher, Knapp. But a lot of guys did not go. This is Tom Hallion. We get to see Tom Hallion behind a plate tomorrow night. They barking him out, the chainsaw. I'm sure a lot of you probably saw on YouTube or various other places the Little League umpire who does a Tom Hallion. I hope he doesn't hurt himself next time.
Well, he said the same thing when Hallion's back there.
Right. 1-1.
Pitching matchup for tomorrow. Hector Noesi, Matt Harrison going, and there's Tom Hallion. I love it, though.
Oh, yeah. If he catches you looking, you're going to know about it, baby. They're making some noise here at Safeco Field. 18,672. King on the hill here. 1-2 to Napoli. 2 outs. Murphy at first. Bounces one up there. 2-2. Dangerous hitter. 7 homers, 18 runs batted in here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Felix set the pitch. He struck him out. Got him in this inning. Half a dozen strikeouts through 7 for the King. Felix and the Mariners lead at 5-0. In the Mariners' 7th inning stretch. is brought to you by Washington's Lottery and the Department of Imagination, encouraging you to imagine bigger when you play the lottery. Visit us on Facebook or tweet what you do to Twitter hashtag #IfIWon. Who knows, you might even see your tweet appear on TV during an upcoming game. Great atmosphere here. See if the Mariners can get some more runs. They've been held scoreless the last couple of innings. But Felix Hernandez has done his job in those aforementioned 2 innings, has held Texas to 1 hit and struck out 3 to give him 6 for the night. There's Michael Saunders to lead it off against Tateyama, who came on in the 6th. Third pitcher tonight. Yu Darvish, Mark Lowe, and now Tateyama. Saunders tonight, 4-pitch walk and scored in the first on the Ichiro triple. Reached on a fielder's choice in the third after failing to get a bunt down and came around on the E8 by Hamilton. One, two. Two to Saunders. Moreland, nice play to his right. Saunders! Oh, man, just got him. That just worked out for Texas. 1 out.
Michael Saunders smelling a base hit, hustling all the way down. Yep, he just was able to get him. Tateyama's foot hits the bag before Saunders, but Saunders running hard, trying to get himself an infield hit.
So 1 out to bring up Ichiro's had a nice night. A triple in the first RBI, an RBI single in the third. Off the end of the bat. 0-2.
68-mile-an-hour changeup.
Well, he wins for low score.
Yep.
That's the slowest.
Darvish was down to 71, right?
Yeah, right.
With a curveball.
Oh man, 68. The 0-2. Missed away. Still 1-2. Another foul by Ichiro. Darvish, no doubt, grew up idolizing Ichiro back in Japan. 1-2. Fights that one off, keeps this at bat alive. Ichiro tripled down the right field line, ball stuck under the pad. And we got a single to center. One of the biggest names in Japan right there, Ichiro and Yu Darvish.
Take a look at this swing from Ichiro. Ball running in on him. See how deep he lets it. Get it an inside out swing, something that we've seen a lot of over the last 11 years. Fighting pitches off.
Happily sets up outside. 1-2. One off again. One out, nobody on. Got him out. 2 outs. Here in the 7th. Tateyama with his 2nd strikeout.
Stayed after. It looks like it's a fastball on the last pitch, trying to go inside on Ichiro, which actually ended up in the middle of the plate. See the drop down. It's actually a 4-seamer that he's throwing, but the ball runs back out into the middle of the plate.
Way inside to Seager. Seager tonight, tough night. Strikeout in the 1st, walked in the 3rd, and a strikeout in the 4th. Get something going here. 2 outs, nobody on. 2-1 here to Seager. Felix tonight, half a dozen strikeouts, walked 2, shutout, ball through 7 on 4 hits. Two.
Tateyama throwing everything at the Mariners. Fastball again, just 88 miles an hour, but I think because of the speed of his changeup and the slow breaking ball, they're having a hard time getting on that fastball at 88.
Full count. Let's see what Mariner topics are being discussed on Twitter right now. King Felix and Ichiro. Payoff here to Seager. Walked him. 2-out base runner for the Mariners. First walk by Tateyama is out in the pen. Still having a lot of fun. It's one of the great places in baseball. Great atmosphere. And it's really going to be rocking. Boy, when that weather warms up in a matter of time, whatever that X factor may be, but it'll happen.
From what I understand, it happened while we were out on the road.
How about that, right?
It was great weather while we were gone.
Montero can do something here. 2-out, runner on. Strong as Montero is, if he catches one of those frisbees and goes with it, he can ride it a long way. Going to right center field. Jesus tonight. Couple of strikeouts and a sacrifice fly.
I think on that sacrifice fly, I think he thought he had enough of it to hit it out. Hamilton caught it on the warning track in center field.
2-1.
That's the one you were talking about.
Yep, that was it.
Starts it right at him, ends up in the middle of the plate, slow at 71 miles an hour.
I just had a feeling that might be, he looking for it. How far can you hit it?
71 miles an hour. He put his best softball swing on it.
Back leg that bad boy, right? 2-2. Boy, hits this one hard. That'll work. Into the corner. Seager to second. Digging hard. He's got the play in front of him. Jeff Dutt's going to wave it. He's in third. Here comes Seager to the plate. He's in safely. RBI double for Jesus Montero. It's 6-0 Mariners. Montero's 22nd RBI, his second tonight.
And have to love the 2-out RBI, and this one right here is a rocket down into the corner. Tateyama tried to sneak a fastball by him. Rifles it in the corner with 2 outs. Seager off to the races, is able to score on it. Quick relay from Andrews. Kyle slides in. A little bit offline with the throw. Mariners pick up another run.
Did not have enough against this ball club. Here's Smoke, the former Ranger, 0 for 3. Two RBI night for Montero. Ichiro. Ackley's got an RBI. 6-0 Mariners. Fly ball towards the line. Murphy with some room makes the catch, and that'll do it. But a big 2-out ribby by Jesus Montero. And we go to the 8th inning. Felix Hernandez has got a 6-0 lead.
Brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, Seattle's premier entertainment, gaming, and dining destination. By Sterling Bank, life is about the good stuff. Your bank should be too. Visit our new website at bankwithsterling.com. And by AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. You know what I'm thinking is possible right now, guys? A complete game by Felix Hernandez.
I'll take the W first. If that comes, that's a bonus. But it's a good thought, Angie. Thank you very much.
Let's take a look at it. 96 pitches for Felix working here in the 8th inning. Yeah, Angie might be right. If he has a quick one here, definitely finish it.
It's a good start. Mitch Moreland, 9-1-2. Moreland, Kinsler, and Andrus. They got Lucas Litke, the left-hander, and Tom Wilhelmsen warming up. Two. Moreland tonight, double to right, fly to center. Felix with 6 strikeouts. He's walked 2.
Some good splits for Felix too on his pitch count. 45 balls, 63 strikes.
Ahead of Moreland, 0-2. Felix trying to end a losing streak. These Rangers have been a pain to him. He's lost 4 in a row. Course of his career. 10-16, a 4.03 ERA. This is his 33rd start against him, the 0-2.
Ten ground outs. Felix is on his game, and that's what you're going to see, a lot of ground outs. 6 strikeouts for Felix.
Darvish chased, ineffective tonight. That one bounced up there. 2-2. Darvish with just 4 innings, 4 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned. 6 walks and 5 strikeouts in his 96 pitches. 56 for strikes. Ball here.
Still with a good fastball. 102 pitches into it. The last fastball at 92.
Into the line, the 2-2 from Felix. High fly ball, deep right center. That's got some distance. It's way gone. About 15 rows back. Home run, Mitch Moreland. There goes the shutout at 6-1. Mariners, that home run number 7 and RBI number 16. Boy, he gave it a ride.
We've seen that from Mitch Moreland. Doesn't hit too many cheap ones. His 7th home run of the season. This looks like the changeup from Felix, but he leaves it up. And he does, middle of the plate, above the belt.
Oh, in and out of this. 2 guys battling for it. You catch him a rebound? No. Top of the order, Kinsler. 1 for 3. Got it on a 2-2 count, 403 feet from Moreland. That's well stroked into left field for a base hit. 2 hits, back-to-back plate appearances for Kinsler. Let's take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. Tonight, first of 3 with the Rangers here in Seattle. Angels for 4, then we go to Texas for another 3. That'll be our second visit to Arlington, Texas, and then go to Chicago. First visit of 2 this season in the Windy City. Rangers with a run on the board. Home run by Moreland. Now Kinsler's aboard with a base hit. Here's Andrus. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Making ball for strike. Josh Hamilton on deck. Wilhelmsen and Litke. They are getting ready. Let's go Felix chant going up from the remainder of Kings Court.
This would be huge. You get Andrus out, maybe even get the double play. You have Hamilton waiting on deck. There he is. He's been quiet tonight. A couple of ground outs and a strikeout for Hamilton.
Let's go, Felix!
There's your double play opportunity. 1, 2. Right on time. Right on time. 2 down. Second double play tonight. Ride Sound Transit and save on gas and parking. Plus help the environment. Visit soundtransit.org for details. Well, Hamilton with nobody on. Shift on for him. Swing and a miss.
Starts him off with a changeup. Perfect location. He's really pitched him tough tonight.
Oh-1 to Hamilton. 0-2. Felix in a good rhythm. Ahead of Hamilton. Strikeout number 7. He got him. He gives up a solo home run, a single, a double play helps him, and he K's the most dangerous hitter on the planet, Josh Hamilton. Felix Hernandez through 8, on top, 6-1. With the Mariners and MLB at Bat 12, it is a great app. If you don't have it, you got to get it. Get your scores and team news straight from your mobile phone. For more information, Mariners.com. Love when Felix gets a big punch out and they crank up Stevie Ray Vaughan. Yeah. House is a rocket. Nissan shift to the bullpen. Mike Adams, tough right-hander out of the bullpen for the Texas Rangers.
Pitched well for him. 2.5 ERA, 14 1/3, 9 strikeouts, 2 walks. Opponent's average 250 off of Adams. He has an 0-2 record.
Mike came over. Great trade for Texas, getting him from San Diego. Big part of their run last year. John Jaso is going to lead it off for the Mariners. Jaso, Wells, and Ryan here in the bottom of the 8th. Jaso had a long at bat. His last plate appearance looks at a strike. Grinding out of the bat, ground out the second. Got up around, what, 11 pitches?
Well, did a good job behind the plate tonight, too, with Felix. I think Felix stepped off the mound one time all night. He did an excellent job of staying with Felix and knowing what he wanted to throw.
Adams is all leg, arm, and glove coming at you. Felix Hernandez, you know he feels good. 7 Ks through 8 innings, a run on 6 hits, walked 2. That is a big-time bounce back after losing his last couple of games. And the Kings Court got their money's worth tonight.
Felix getting a lot of handshakes after that last inning, so he's finished. Yeah, he's telling his friend, I'm sure, Adrian Beltre. Beltre due to lead off next inning.
There's a strike. You love the needle, and you get your friend. You needle your friends even more.
Well, Felix still a young man, but he was a really young, really young when Adrian was here. And Adrian, obviously the veteran player at the time. Felix and those two are really good friends.
2-2. They are having a blast. 2-2 to Jaso. The game within the game here. These guys are something. 2-2. Outside. Beltre, he's scheduled to lead off in the ninth. Beltre tonight with a base hit, 1 for 3. Payoff here to Jaso. Oh, brother, they are funny. That was remember the one, the base hitting guy said, "What's that? You hitting that little scoop shot?" That was a pitcher's pitch. That was a good job by Beltre. That was a base hitting guy.
I'm sure Adrian loved it too.
Yeah, right.
Loved it.
3-2 to Jaso. Fly ball left field coming in Murphy. And he makes the catch. 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Mariners lead 6-1. Time now for a Banner Bank building to the future. Julio Morban at High Desert, an outfielder. Check out his consistency against lefties, righties at home. That's good stuff. Good work. Now, it's a hitter's ballpark, but he's also getting a lot of stuff done on the road as well. 1 out. Here's Casper Wells' first plate appearance tonight. Look
Heads
out.
up.
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, they're going to need some help down there. Tom Wilhelmsen. 9th inning is going to be his. Wells came in the 7th inning as a defensive replacement for starter Mike Carp. Good fastball 0-2. Wells 4 for 15 on just completed road trip. And that great home run at Yankee Stadium last week. 0-2. One out, nobody on. Bottom of the 8th. Adams 1-2 to Wells. Breaking ball, got him. Tag applied by Napoli.
He has to be brutal on right-handed
Right?
hitters.
I mean,
Just slinging it up there, falling off the side of the mound, throws 93, 94 miles an hour, and he drops his breaking ball off on you. This breaking ball at 80, Casper out in front of it, but you can see him. I mean, he's out on the grass.
wow. It was impressive. What was that, 3-4 years ago?
San Diego, yeah.
When they had it rolling.
Mm-hmm.
There's Ryan. 1 for 2. Adams is 6'5". And he gets full extension when he's coming down the hill and onto the grass. Piece up, 0-2. To Ryan. Struck him out. You're right. Murder on right-handers, no question. If he had said uncle, I would have understood. Tom Wilhelmsen coming on. Mariners lead at 6-1.
Today's Tracer Technology is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
You want to talk about a bounce-back performance. How about Felix Hernandez's numbers tonight? Last 2 games, not real good. Tonight, sterling.
It was great. The 1 run was on a solo home run that he gave up late into this one, but 8 innings pitched, just 6 hits, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts on 110 pitches, 72 of those for strikes against the best hitting lineup in the American League. That's really good stuff. Tom Wilhelmsen takes over. He will pitch here in the 9th. His record 1-1, a 3.80 ERA, 21 1/3, 26 strikeouts for Tom. Opponent's average 262. Fastball will be around 96 miles an hour with a great curve.
First pitch strike to Adrian Beltre leading off the top of the 9th. Beltre, Michael Young, and David Murphy. So the bartender trying to close it down here. A 6-1 Mariner lead. 1 to Beltre. Got a base hit back in the second. Since then, fly to right, fly to center. Let's see what Mariner topics are being discussed on Twitter right now. Felix and Beltre, everybody had to love that. And the King's Court. 2-1. Ooh, that ate him alive.
That did not sound good.
Oh, it did not. Good grief. Eric Wedge, Rick Griffin coming out. Jaso pops out.
Let's take a look at this swing. It's a 96-mile-an-hour fastball right off the shoulder. Probably got some of the collarbone.
Jeez.
You could hear it up here. It was just a solid shot. That one, oh.
Boy, it's tough to be able to get up that quickly. Chest, collarbone, that got a little everything.
McDonald Supermo. And the foul ball. And again, 96 miles an hour. Look at that. Wow.
Way to hang in, Johnny boy. 2-2. Beltre to right field. Ichiro. He's got it covered. 1 out. Michael Young. Felix handled him tonight. 0 for 3, couple strikeouts, and bounced back to the box. Darvish, Mariners chased him after 4 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 6 walks, and 5 strikeouts as Wilhelmsen. Strike 1 to Michael Young. The Mariners the first team to see Darvish twice this season. That got a piece of Jaso as well.
That one was on the shin guard off of a breaking ball.
A little chilly tonight, but people enjoying this show here. What a breaking ball that was, and Young barely got a piece. Oh, and 2's the count. 5-hole hitter, Michael Young. Striking out, Tom Wilhelmsen registering his first strikeout tonight. 2 outs here in the 9th inning.
Tom throwing hard tonight. Again, another fastball. This one at 97 miles an hour. That's pretty much in the middle of the plate. That's just overpowering the hitter.
Last hope here for Texas. 2 outs in the 9th. David Murphy. Bender for strike.
As a hitter, you're thinking, give me a break, dropping a couple of curves in there like that, knowing that he can throw 97 miles an hour.
Wilhelmsen ahead, 0-2. Ground ball, second base, Ackley, ladies and gentlemen, closing time. It's 6-1 Mariners. They've won 4 in a row. And they take their first game here at home against the Texas Rangers. And they get it done in 2 hours and 49 minutes. Felix Hernandez with an 8-inning gem. We will return with more. Our post-game show, and it's going to be a good one. 6-1 Mariners over the Texas Rangers.